The city of Warsaw, the capital of Poland, offers a variety of tourist attractions, including historical sites, monuments, museums, theaters, and places connected with Marie Curie, and with Frédéric Chopin and his music. Since 1980, the Old Town, one of the main attractions, has been a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Major sites. The oldest part of Warsaw, founded at the turn of the 13th century, is the Old Town. Its streets form a regular chessboard pattern typical for medieval towns. Among the most notable landmarks of the Old Town are the Royal Castle, King Sigismund's Column, Market Square, and the Barbican. Another important historic district is the New Town. It was formed at the turn of the 14th century as an independent city and after 1791, due to the tenets of the Constitution of May 3, 1791, was incorporated into Warsaw. Although today's Warsaw is a fairly young city, it has many tourist attractions. Apart from the Warsaw Old Town Quarter, carefully reconstructed after World War II, each borough has something to offer. Among the most notable landmarks of the Old Town are the Royal Castle, King Zygmunt's Column, Market Square, and the Barbican. Further south is the so-called Royal Route, with many classicist palaces, the Presidential Palace and the Warsaw University campus. Also the popular Nowy Swiat Street, one of the principal business streets, is worth mentioning. Wilanów Palace, the former royal residence of King John III Sobieski, is notable for its Baroque architecture and beautiful parks. Warsaw's oldest public park, the Saxon Garden, is located within 10 minutes walk from the Old Town. Warsaw's biggest public park and said to be the most beautiful is the Royal Baths Park. It is also very old, established in the 17th century and given its current classical shape in late 18th century, is located further south, on the Royal Route, about 3 kilometers from the Warsaw Old Town. The Pałacki Cemetery is one of the oldest cemeteries in Europe, full of sculptures, some of them by the most renowned Polish artists of the 19th and 20th centuries. Since it serves the religious communities of Warsaw, be it Catholics, Jews, Muslims or Protestants, it is often called a necropolis. Nearby is the Okopawa Street Jewish Cemetery, one of the largest Jewish cemeteries in Europe. In many parts of the city, the Jewish culture and history are evident. Among them the most notable are the Jewish Theater, the Nozyk Synagogue, Janusz Korczak's Orphanage and the picturesque Prosna Street. Tragic events from Warsaw's past are commemorated in places such as the Monument to the Ghetto Heroes, the Umschlagplatz, fragments of the Ghetto Wall on Siena Street and a mound in memory of the Jewish Combat Organization. There are also many places commemorating the heroic history of Warsaw. Pawiak, an infamous German Gestapo prison now occupied by a mausoleum of memory of martyrdom and the museum, is only the beginning of a walk in the traces of heroic city. The Warsaw Citadel, an impressive 19th-century fortification built after the defeat of the November Uprising, was a place of martyr for the Poles. Another important monument, the statue of Little Insurgent located at the ramparts of the Old Town, commemorates the children who served as messengers and frontline troops in the Warsaw Uprising, while the impressive Warsaw Uprising Monument by Wincenty Kukma was erected in memory of the largest insurrection of World War II after the expansion of the city area in 1916. The opportunity came up to build new estates. Later in 20s and 30s, new workers and villas estates were constructed. As a result, the villas estate was built in Saska Kepa. Most pre-war buildings at this district were not destroyed during World War II. Nowadays many examples of houses from the interwar period still exist, designed by notable architects such as Bohdan Niewski, Bohdan Lakert, Józef Shanajka, Lucjan Korngold or Szymon and Helena Circus. In Warsaw, there are many places connected with the life and work of Frédéric Chopin. The heart of the Polish-born composer is sealed inside Warsaw's Holy Cross Church. During summer, pianists give concerts at the Chopin Monument in the Royal Baths Park. Also many references to Marie Curie, her work and her family can be found in Warsaw. Marie's birthplace at the Warsaw New Town, the working places where she did her first scientific works and the Radium Institute at Wawelska Street for the research and the treatment of cancer which she founded in 1925. The area around Warsaw also offers many tourist attractions, medieval castles, mansions of the Polish nobles and historic places. Around the city-county many medieval monuments can be found including Romanesque church and monastery in Czerwinsk 52 km west of Warsaw, and Zursk Castle, a legendary ruined castle sitting atop an escarpment about 33 km from Warsaw. 16th-century parish church in Braco at the Bezura River, 52 km west of Warsaw, where Chopin's parents were married and Frédéric was baptized, is another interesting monument. The church was constructed as a fortified Gothic shrine. Bilinski Palace in Otwock Wielki, 25 km from Warsaw city center, houses the Museum of Interiors, while Palace in Jablona, 18 km north of Warsaw, is a part of an 18th-century elegant palace and park complex. Zielazowa Wola, about 60 km west of Warsaw, is the birthplace of Frédéric Chopin. The annex of the former 19th-century mansion of the Chopin family was turned into a museum devoted to the composer. A 19th-century health spa in Konstancin-Jeziorna is located about 20 kilometers south of Warsaw. A narrow-gauge train museum in Sochaux, about 50 kilometers from Warsaw, has the largest collection of narrow-gauge trains in Europe.